What's poppin', world? I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. It's your boy Speech the Beast. And today we're going to review a clip from the Pop the Balloon show. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If at any moment during this video you like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit that like button. If you got something to say, drop it in the comments section. I might be off. Let's get into this.
Welcome in. What's your name?
Brian,
Brian, how old are you?
41.
And what do you do?
I'm an aircraft mechanic.
All right. Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to go to lounges. I like to read. I like to write. I got a book out, The Perfect Match. I'm sure everybody know that already. I like to have a good time. That's it.
All right. And what do you look for in a woman?
Class, grace, ladylike, God-fearing woman,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Amen.
Nice.
Amen.
And what are some deal breakers?
And see, Brian, he's been on the show before. As you see, when he walked out, a lot of people popped immediately when they saw him because he didn't have a great outing the last time he came on the show. Cool dude, though. Let's keep going.
Breakers.
Let me make sure I get this right.
Please do.
Multiple baby daddies.
Okay.
Can't do that. If you have multiple children, I can, as long as you're from one guy.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you was married to him or not. As long as he's from one guy, I could deal with that.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right.
Not
Sounds
bad.
good.
Not
So you
bad.
did
Not
get some
bad.
pop balloons. Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping.
All right.
Okay. We'll start here with your name and age.
I'm
And beautiful lineup of women. Let me say that. Beautiful lineup of women. Let's see how it go.
Sydney and I'm 28.
And Sydney, what do you do?
I'm an assistant principal at elementary school.
And so why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm just not my type physically.
Okay. What makes him not your type?
Probably the height, even though I'm short, but I usually don't. Just the height.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5 foot.
Okay. Brian, how tall are you?
5'7".
Wow.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Definitely. Definitely.
Thank you.
Now she's 5 foot. He's 5'7". You would think that that's a good, compare contrast, between the height of a man and a woman, but these women out here superficial these days. So he ain't tall enough for her. That's crazy, but let's keep rolling.
Definitely. It's a shame you popped on me. Can you say only because of height?
Only because of height, because you look good. I like your eyes, your
Okay.
skin tone.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's the fixation with the height?
Just because I'm just so small and little, I want someone just big. If that makes sense.
Okay.
You want somebody to tower over you?
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last time I counted,
Crazy.
there was 8 billion of us, all chasing our own story.
All right. Over here, your name and
But the thing is, everybody does have their preference. Women want a guy who's not only taller, but most women like guys to get around that 6 foot mark or above that. But it's a superficial mindset, right? And what height exuberates for a woman is, protection, so on and so forth. But it is what it is. Let's keep going.
age.
I'm Alicia and I'm 29.
And Alicia, what do you do?
I'm a content creator.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think we're both vets to the show. I've seen you on the show. I do think you're a little strict for me. I do tend to date taller guys. And we've just had some interesting interactions on the internet. I don't know. You're a little spicy on the internet. You've said some not nice things to me. So,
That's crazy.
Oh, to you directly?
yeah, I just feel like it was just after a catch up or something. We just had an interesting interaction. And I just didn't like the way you handled me on the internet. I thought it was a little rude.
So, Brian, anything you want to say? And is she also someone that's your type?
I mean, she looks good, right? But I think I would pass.
That's fair.
The thing you're speaking about on the internet, you called me sassy in the comments. I really didn't appreciate that. I thought that was disrespectful,
Okay.
right? And I said something back to you, and that was pretty much it, really. But I think you're moving a little too fast. I really don't think you're here for love, to be honest with you. Last time you would say you had your homegirl with you on the episode.
You're promoting.
I remember that. Yeah, she did come on. She had her homegirl beside her in the lineup. Right, I do remember that. And a lot of times, a lot of these contestants go back and forth in the comments, when another show is viewed or posted, a lot of these people go back and forth, and in this case, it can backfire, but it can also, like, maybe he saved himself from something. Let's keep going.
I don't think y'all was really.
You came out and basically like promoted your book, so I thought that was a little interesting as well. But I am here for love. You're not my type.
I doubt
and
that.
Thank
baby.
you.
I doubt that. But
That's
it's
okay.
cool.
We're not
It's
here
cool.
for you. Mwah.
Let's move on.
Crazy interaction, and the only thing about Brian is he's like a firecracker, right? If they say something, he coming back at him. He coming right back. He throwing haymakers. He trying to knock you out. That's the only thing. I would just focus on the women who had their balloons unpopped. I wouldn't focus. Once you pop, all right, cool, let's move on. And, good point. He said that he doesn't feel like she was there for love. A lot of them ain't. A lot of them there for clout. You know what I mean? Because they are posting your Instagram, so on and so forth. And they're promoting other things, books, programs, businesses, Good observation. And she pointed out that he promoting his book. So this can go many ways. This can go both ways. Let's keep going.
Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Alexis, and I'm 30 years old.
And Alexis, what do you do?
I'm doing well, thank you. So I'm a teacher by day and an entrepreneur by night.
Okay. What kind of businesses do you have?
It's a cold pressed juice business.
Nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Outside of the height, you said you like to go to lounges, and I'm not big on lounges, so that's ultimately why.
I'll just.
Okay.
Is she someone that's your type?
She's nice.
Thank you.
I would approach her. But, lounges as a deal breaker for you?
That's crazy.
I don't really understand that, but okay.
Farewell.
Definitely.
Let's go over here. Your name and age.
And me personally, I think she was way too tall for him, to be honest. That wouldn't have been a great match, just solely off the height. I mean, I'm just keeping 100. That wouldn't have been a match based off the height, and the fact that she doesn't like him. She doesn't message you pop because he likes lounges. That's crazy. A lounge is simply a laid back spot, eat, drink, talk, you know what I'm saying? Kind of hang out. And it doesn't have to be a nightlife thing. A lounge can be something you're doing during the daytime, where it's completely safe and y'all just chilling. So that was a crazy pop as far as her mentioning the fact that he liked to go to lounges, but everybody's got their preference. Let's keep going.
My name is Chanel and I'm 30.
Mm-hmm. Chanel, what do you do?
I manage a business, a birth and postpartum business.
Nice.
Thank you.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
For starters, you had me a little perplexed from seeing you on other episodes.
That's the truth.
So that was probably the initial thing.
And that is why most of the ones who popped, right? Because they saw him on other episodes and he was kind of out there with what he was saying. I mean, he wasn't incorrect in what he was saying. I agree with why he was talking to the women in the other episodes. I agree with why, because it was a lot of it had to do with them having multiple baby daddies. That's why he was kind of going off on them. But, other than that, that's why a lot of the women popped. And then too, his height, a lot of women are not going to want a man who's 5'7", right? It is what it is. Let's keep going.
And then outside of that, I think you're just a little bit older than my preference. But outside of that, you're very attractive.
Okay. Appreciate that.
And is there anything specific that caught you off guard about him, about other episodes?
Oh, no, it's just like the interaction, maybe like a little bit of again, perplexed, like a little shocking kind of shock factor with the way that you kind of communicated your desires or your things that you're not interested in. So, yeah.
Okay.
And I also know this, Arlette is a little messy. She's messy. She's going to get it out. She's going to say, well, why don't you find this person attractive? What about him? She wants you to get really down and dirty. Just like she said, yeah, the interactions on the other episodes wasn't too fond of that. Arlette going to say, what was it about those interactions? Oh, she's going to make you get down and dirty. She's messy, which is good for the show because she gets the best out of these people. Let's keep going.
Now, she's someone that's your type.
She looks good. She looks good. I love the chocolate. I love the shoes. Everything looks good. I love the teeth. You got it
Thank
together.
you so much.
But get to know me. Ask questions. Don't judge me for past episodes. Don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about what I tell the next woman. Focus
Right.
on what I tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you could have been a match, but you didn't pop.
Likewise, Brian.
And he makes a good point. A lot of women, they follow each other. They bond with each other. They go with each other's answers. Get to know the person, right? Talk to them, know them for yourself. And if you come to that same conclusion, then X them out. But it's good to get to know each individual for yourself, not based off of what other people are saying about that person. Let's keep going.
Let's go here. Your name and age.
Makara, 29.
And Makara, what do you do?
I'm a therapist.
Nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
It's solely just height for me. Height is a big preference for me, so that was just it.
No, we have to ask, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
And look at Brian's face. And Brian, now she's someone that's your type.
She's good. She's good. I just think it's a cop out. You know, that's the first thing y'all talk about is height. I think it's a cop out. I think it's an easy thing to say, oh, he's not my height. But if I was up here talking about your weight, if I was up here talking about the weave, the lashes, and everything like that,
have weave.
then it would go.
From my head.
I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying. If you
See, he went crazy right there. He went crazy. But height, that's different, man. They could not do the hair, the weave, the makeup. You know, that's something they could change. Your height, you can't change your height. So it's a little bit of not so good comparison, but I hear what he's saying. But she said that's her real hair. You know, let's keep going.
feel like I'm less of a man because I'm shorter than the 6 feet,
I
then
didn't say
that's a
that. You
problem.
said that. All I said was I didn't like your height for me. That was my
Understand.
preference.
I
That was
get
it.
you. I understand. I mean,
I
it's
wish you
cool,
well,
but I'm
though.
just, it's always what, the second or third one talking about height. So I just want to bring it to forefront about what's the problem with that. What's the fixation y'all women have with height,
Okay.
preference and all that. Listen, I got enough confidence and enough prosperity to be able to stand taller than the tallest guy in the room.
Okay,
You hear
yeah.
me? But you won't
I
experience
love that for
so-
you. I hope
sure.
somebody experiences that.
For sure. I hear you.
Thank you.
See, he's a firecracker. See, he going off. He going crazy. He letting him have it. You know what I'm saying? He's coming out there with a chip on his shoulder. And that's the only problem with his segment. He's coming out with a chip on his shoulder. He's coming out for blood. He's going to let them know, look, you pop on me, you're going to get this work. If you pop on me, you're going to get this work. And I'm going to tell you every flaw that I see in you. That's the only issue with him. He ain't leading with love. He's not leading with love. Let's keep going.
Okay, let's head back this way. Your name and age.
Jordan, 27.
And Jordan, what do you do?
I am a therapist and I own a small business selling hair care products.
Okay. Now, before we jump into why you ended up popping your balloon, we did have you on the show before and you ended up matching. But what happened?
We were not aligned. And I would love to elaborate, but I don't think I will without him here to say his side of it. So, but we were not a match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. So why did you end up popping your balloon?
So like the other lady said, I have seen you on previous episodes and I did find it a little distasteful, but I've never met you in person. I wanted to give you a chance. That's why I had it unpopped. But then I witnessed it for myself. The same distaste I kind of saw in the last episodes. To be specific, I guess I'll say, I think you say you're very confident, but when somebody brings up height, you get very defensive, which is not indicative of confidence. And so for me, I wanted to hear you out because I did have a prefixed judgment of you, but I wanted to hear you out. And then that interaction kind of confirmed what I prejudged. So.
One bite of 100% Angus beef ballpark Frank, and you'll say...
Okay.
All right. No, she's someone that's your type.
She's good. She's definitely a catch.
Thank you.
But it,
And she was on point with her response, by the way. Let me say that. She was on point with her response. Yeah, she was. She said what she said, and I don't disagree with what she said. He does go a little crazy when you mention his height. He gonna get up in you. Let's keep going.
no, I think he was wrong with that. You know, the fixation height that y'all women have, that's a
Don't
problem.
say y'all. I never spoke on your height.
You just spoke on the height.
No, I never spoke
You
on
just
your
spoke
height.
on the height.
I never spoke on your height. I said what you did on your previous episodes was distasteful to me, but
That is true. She did not speak on his height. She was talking about the previous episodes and what other women said about him. She got a point. She was right.
I wanted to give you a chance to come out here and interact with you myself. I actually wanted to answer one of your questions, which is why I had my balloon unpopped. But you got, I won't say sassy. You got defensive with her, and I didn't appreciate that. And I feel like you were like that on the previous episodes, and I saw it in real life.
That's not you. That's a whole nother woman. So you a girl's girl?
Define girl's girl.
Or you a girl's girl? You know exactly what that means.
No, define girl's girl.
You a girl's girl.
Define
so when
girl's girl.
That kind of mean you would choose a woman before you choose a man. That's what that would mean.
Yes.
You would? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Let's go down here. Your name and age.
Yeah, and what he means by that is if, like, say if a man was telling a woman about herself, hold a woman accountable. Are you a woman who can jump in even though the woman is in the wrong? You're going to take the woman's side. That's what he means by that. Excuse me, for those who are wondering. It means when you take a woman's side, even though you know the woman is in the wrong. That's what he means by that.
Age.
Y'all gonna get it today.
Hi, I'm Shaylen, and I'm 30.
And you see, he's like, y'all gonna get it today. Y'all gonna get it today. See, he's out for blood. At this point, he's not out there for the right reasons, right? He's out for blood. Anybody who says something to him, he's going at their neck. He's going to call them out. He's going to speak on every flaw that he knows about them or that he can see in front of him. He's out for blood at this point. Let's keep going.
Shaylen, what do you do?
I'm a nursing student.
And so why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm copping out. It's because you're short.
Okay.
And I don't like men that argue with women. All that going back and forth is crazy.
Okay. No problem. Okay.
Is she someone that's your type?
She's nice. She'll catch. But then again, she's a girl's girl.
Keep
You'll
it
follow
cute.
her.
Keep it cute.
You'll follow her, love.
Keep it cute,
You
buddy.
worry about what I'm telling the next woman. You'll follow her.
Here you go, argue
Worry
with
about what
women
I tell
again.
you.
That's
It's really
crazy.
not about being argumentative. It's about really letting you women know what's the deal on a national television show, YouTube.
We're not
right?
interested. It's okay.
It's all
Just
good.
take
You
it
don't have
the
to be
chin.
interested,
Move
but you're
on.
going to listen to what I got to tell you after
Let's
you
move
say
on.
what
Let's
you
move
said,
on.
right?
Let's move on. Let's move on.
It's all fair.
So yeah, he's going crazy. And see, a lot of the women, they're trying to remain in their feminine energy, but he's not making it easy. You know what I mean? They're trying to remain in their feminine energy, but he's not making it easy. You know, he's coming at them, he's getting at them, and they're face to face. Now they're on the telephone or online arguing, you know, in the comments. Oh, it would be much worse. It would be much worse. They'd be much more bold. They got a grown man standing in front of them. And, you know, a lot of them they are bucking back, but they're not going as hard as they would, which is rightfully so. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, he shouldn't be having that energy with them out there again. They done all popped. It's over. But now he gonna do what he do, and he gonna get his clicks. He's gonna get his clicks. Let's keep going.
Game.
All right. Your name and age?
Hi, I'm Ty. I'm 27.
How you doing?
Ty, what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the owner of Fat Bar. I'm a lash tech. I do everything esthetician field, basically.
Okay.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
It's the height. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, for
No
me.
problem. No problem. It's all good.
Is she someone that's your type?
Not really. You know what I mean? But she's good. You know what I mean? She's all right. You know, I don't really like the weave. I don't like the lashes. I don't really like all that.
So what's the difference?
I like to
with
keep it
height
natural.
thing?
You know?
What's the difference?
What's the difference with what?
Well, the difference is he cannot help what his height is, right? That's the way he was born. That's the height he grew to as a grown man. He can't change that. Now, if he mentions hair, the weave, the lashes, and the makeup and all of that, those are things that you've done to yourself. You've done that to yourself, right? You can't help it. So that's the difference. She's like, what's the difference? Well, the difference is he can't help his height. No one can help the height that they are unless they go get that height extension surgery. And most men are not going to do that, right? And that's where they break your leg and add height to it if y'all don't know nothing about that. But yeah, they actually have that. I don't advise people to go get that done. But, you know, can't help your height. But again, the stuff he mentioned is things that you can help. That is the difference since she's asking that question.
Of a girl saying she don't want you for your height, and then you don't want
It's just
me 'cause I
it's just
got
the same
weave and
fixation
lashes.
that y'all use in every episode.
So
That's
it's the
really
same
all it's
fixation
about.
of
I don't really
lash
care
and
about
weave.
how.
Next,
I don't
thank you.
really care about the height thing. I really
Next,
don't
thank
because I'm
you.
confident about that.
Let's
But
move on.
you know,
Your name and age.
That's
My name is
crazy.
LaPortia and I'm 30.
You said LaPortia?
Yes.
Okay. And LaPortia, what do you do?
Let's see. Freezing up. I've never done that. Let me see. Hold on for a second. Let me pull this back up.
And what's your name?
Brian.
I have seen you on previous episodes on Popped.
Okay.
Is she someone that's your type?
She's nice. She'll catch. You know.
What's the difference?
What's the difference with what?
I'm a veteran. I'm a cosmetologist. I have a
The weave. I don't like the lashes.
Weave
Same
and
fixation
lashes?
that y'all using.
Name and age.
My name is LaPortia and I'm 30.
Sorry about that. That's never happened.
And LaPortia, what do you do?
I have a lot of trades. I'm a veteran. I'm a cosmetologist. I have a CDL and I just finished school for cybersecurity.
Well, thank you for your service. Thank you. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm not interested.
Mm.
And what is it? May I ask?
And see, she ain't want no smoke, so she just went with, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. You know, she probably could say height. She could say a lot of things because she is looking like she's taller than him with her heels on. But again, she's just going to go with, I'm not interested. And sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It froze up. But anyway, yeah, she's like, I ain't interested. You know, let's keep going.
I don't really want to like have an argument with you. I just don't like the way you speak to other women.
There we go again. A girl's girl.
It's fine.
A girl's
Thank
girl.
you.
I don't really like the box eyebrows.
Okay.
So
They're not for you.
But you know, they definitely
for
not for
me.
me, baby.
Wow.
You hear me?
Your name and age.
Praise.
My
She was
name is
beautiful.
Analicious. I'm 28 years old.
And she was a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? She didn't deserve no smoke. She just wasn't interested in him. So that's how you can tell he kind of has that chip on his shoulder because she didn't say anything bad about him. She just said he's not for me. And he still has smoke for her. Let's keep going.
And I work for Dynasty Financial Services.
Okay.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
So I've listened to all these people. If I was your woman by your side, I'm kind of getting cringed. I'm getting scared. My heart rate is going up. So I'm just, baby, stop. So I just had to pop. Sorry.
No, you don't have to say sorry, baby.
Is she someone that's your type?
Not really. But where you from?
I popped.
Ooh.
Not really. She's not really my type, no. She's another follower.
So he mad because she ain't answer his question. He gonna let her get this work now. Watch.
Girl's girl. You know, so
But
I
one
don't
thing,
think
you
that's
look
good.
beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
love the style, the
Thank
fit,
you.
snatched.
Thank you.
So you did a
Thank
good
you.
job and you work out. So it shows that you're dedicated to being a hard worker.
For sure. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's come back. Brian, we always trying to find you love. What's going on?
It's all good. You know, it's a miscommunication. It's misunderstanding. You know what I mean? And then they like to follow for the next woman and what she want to do and what she talking about. Be a woman. Stand on your own. Don't worry about what I tell the next woman. And it's really not about height in real life. They lying to you. They up here lying about height. They up here lying. But that's
All
what we're
right.
doing. It's all good.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
like
Brian,
some
thank you for
fun.
coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies. I'll take the mic. Thank you.
All right, guys. So you saw that, you heard that. Didn't find a match. My man was a firecracker. You know what I'm saying? He was out for blood, and that's the only issue I got with him. Speaks a lot of truth, but he is out for blood. He's out for blood. And 9 times out of 10, that's going to keep you single. That's going to keep you single. Great episode. Had a little hiccup there. I don't know what happened. That video froze up. But yeah, I want the brother to find love. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an issue with Brian, but this little firecracker, that's all. And the women kept it real with him. You know what I mean? He had an opportunity to match with at least 2 or 3 of those women, but when they saw his interactions with some of the other women, they decided to pop, right? And it kind of ended his career here on this show. You know what I'm saying? For this group of women. But anyway, what you think about the video? Like the video, share the video, leave a comment in the comment section. Remember, subscribe to the channel. We're growing fast. I got a lot of fire content out for you guys. Now, they are sending out copyrights for those people who use their Pop the Balloon. This is Arlett's. They are sending out copyrights, right? They're trying to recoup all the money that people make off these videos. So you aren't going to see as many people react to them. I'm still going to react to them for now, but they are sending out copyrights for people who use their videos and react to them, right? Just some food for thought. But that's all I got for this video. Remember this, keep God first. I love you all. Be blessed.